Ahoy, Morning Breathers, and welcome to Friday's edition of Morning Breath. And we got a treat for you today. I think it's going to be less of me and more of everybody else today. It's a no phone day. We don't get to use our phones.
When has that become a thing?
Yeah,
when was that?
I just made up the rule.
I like Matt. I like your stand, Matt. That's pretty awesome.
Oh my God!
I know.
Apparently, I haven't been watching, so maybe this has already been discussed.
It has.
Ad
So,
nauseam, but I
God.
like it.
I've had the stand for a month or so. I don't remember.
Oh,
how long.
more than that.
Maybe more than that. But everybody comments on it. Tim's like, "I'm over the stand." He's just kind of.
Can't we just talk about salsa some more?
What is your issue with the man having a stand? I don't
know.
He's taking a stand against the
I
stand.
don't understand, Tim.
I don't understand your stand against the stand.
It was a thing, and Tim is not a fan. Let's just leave it at that.
Not a fan of the. Not
Not
a
a-
stand
not
of the
a stand.
stand.
I'm not a
fan.
stand of the stand, and I'm taking a stand against the stand.
See, I told you I was
Your
lost to me
outstanding
today.
stand will no longer stand.
I will not
I
stand,
will not
for,
stand
this.
for this unoutstanding stand. Stand down.
Keep it going. Okay, I don't think I have to do introductions, but I'm going to.
But we're gonna anyway.
We got Boss Man Matt.
Oh, Skipper.
Ahoy to you. We got Jackson.
Boy,
Back from the 2-week hiatus, I think. I'm just going to go with it.
it was a time.
And lo and behold, John the Voice.
Good morning. and
Ahoy. Ahoy. And we could do nothing without the silent one today because we just don't have a fifth mic, or we probably do. We don't have a fifth port.
We don't have a fifth.
He's
port.
actually been screaming this whole time. You just can't hear him.
We need to start a GoFundMe for a new rack for you guys to be able to have more channels.
Hey, that's fine. You come up with the cash, we'll buy her.
Listen, appealing to the audience, we need what does one of those cost? SVP. Oh wait, you can't say.
He
anything.
can't
All right.
talk.
He said $1 million.
Help Peter have his voice.
Less than a trillion.
I am Peter.
Less than a tillion.
SPP in the house.
Ahoy.
Ahoy to you, my lad.
The voiceless.
So I'm going to get this out of the way because we're going to get on a tangent. Not that I want to get it out of the way. I just don't want to forget that the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Casey.
Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC and the Morning Breath crew. A full house of men this morning. We're sponsored by
What are we, pirate? Are we pirates?
That's Tim the Toolman. Tim.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Remember?
Yeah.
He used to do that stuff.
Home improvement.
We're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie, and all the gang, all the Hy-Vees and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh. So I can't help but notice, Jackson, you are wearing a new.
I have new gear.
You have a new.
Here.
What do you call those accents or?
Attachments?
Apparatus.
Nah, I can't think of the name.
Addendums?
It'll come to me, and I'll
Accessory.
just blurt it out later.
Accessory.
There you go. There's the word I was looking for. I should have thought of that from our conversation about Mormon women's undergarments.
Yeah, you know, I haven't watched a show. Again, I'm so sorry. Consistently for a while. I just so happened to turn into the 2 minutes or whatever the other day when you guys were just discussing that, and I'm like, what the f- are we talking about right now? What are we doing?
We were talking about Mormon women undergarments.
Yeah, and I will
It was a
say,
suggested topic, by the way. We didn't just come up with that.
Who suggested
A
it?
fan, a new fan.
Thank you for suggesting.
Who his first line to me was, so I sat through a whole broadcast of dog breath. He calls it dog breath.
Right.
Can you give me any good reason I should keep watching this? Oh, you should talk about Mormons winning undergarments.
So we did.
So we did.
it's a good thing I don't know who this person is, because then I would just be like, well, let's talk about this, you know.
Well, he just, in his own way, it's funny for him.
Okay.
He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
where did I leave off? What?
So do you have any input? Do you want to jump in on the topic?
Zero. None.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
I would like the record to show I also do not have any input.
As Yzma said to Kronk on Emperor's New Groove, none whatsoever.
You guys understand this is a talk show, right? We talk. So you make things up about Mormons, women,
I can
undergarments.
talk. I just would prefer not to talk about that.
Yeah, we actually did about 5 minutes on it. So
Jake,
It came easy.
it did.
Jack and I are taking our stand against this.
We're taking a stand
conversation,
against the stand of women's undergarments.
I
for Mormon
understand that.
women.
Anyway,
So, Jackson, what's up with the apparatus?
Yes, I broke my hand about a week ago.
My initial guess was hangnail.
Yeah, not a
My
hangnail.
initial guess.
No, I have a couple hairline fractures in
Was
two of my
that
fingers.
happen in the?
Tim also
picking
has a
up
couple
with
of hairlines that fractures in his hairline. Okay, anyway, please continue. Oh.
Ouch! Oh.
Just
Boom, roasted.
Just throwing it out early. We're 5 minutes in, and there it is.
Can we take a break?
It's been nice knowing you
gonna have
guys.
to straight-
Two
We're
more.
gonna have to straighten
He's gonna
this
need two
up.
more of those smoothies.
I'm going to have a broken hand when we come back from break.
Was this an accident while you're on your way up to Minnesota? Wisconsin?
I was in. I did happen in Wisconsin. I would like to have a fun story that I fought a bear or defended some friend
Because you could
having his
always
car
fall back
stolen.
on the silverback fight.
Yes,
Right,
that I
right.
fought a
Yes.
gorilla and won, and this was my lingering injury. No, I will be up front. It was my birthday last Monday.
Well, happy
on
birthday
Tuesday.
last Monday.
Thank you. And I was out with some friends celebrating, and we were making our way back to the parking lot outside of the bar. There was a small wall. My friend in front of me successfully scaled said small wall. I did not, and I fell on my hand.
Here, hold my beer.
Here, hold my beer.
Well,
That's
and
exactly
so
what I was thinking.
the tough part is it wasn't even like watch this, let me do this stupid drunk thing. Like, watch this, guys. I literally was just trying to navigate a small wall that, yes, probably in full command of my muscle movements would have probably done easily, and I was simply unsuccessful. And went to
Understand.
the urgent care the next day. And they said,
Understand.
your hand is cooked, as the kids say.
Well, so you learn how to do things left-handed.
Well, so I am left-handed, so that is the nice thing.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
How fortuitous.
But we were talking pre-show, you guys were talking about your golf events, and it was funny. I then went down, I moved the rest of my stuff out of my apartment in Alabama, including my golf clubs, which I would have brought back here, and I was very excited to golf here. And now that is not happening.
It's hard to do
stuck
with
in
one
this thing.
hand.
Yeah.
Hard to do.
So that is the story.
I might be better at one-handed golfing. I'm
Maybe.
not sure.
I wish I had a better story. If you guys have any ideas for to make up a story to impress people, I'll take any and all suggestions.
Well, it's already out now.
Yeah,
I think just to add a little more context to the pre-conversation between when your friend jumped the wall and when you jumped the wall. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that you could really... Because I feel like you're like, hey, this wasn't a thing where I was like, kind of drunk and jumped the wall. But then you're like, but I was kind of drunk and jumped the wall. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to see the difference between what we're at here.
Yeah, it does sound like I was just trying to do something dumb, but I literally was just trying to navigate and
You should at least embellish a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was trying to parkour up a 12-foot wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't go well.
yeah, just
You
missed
shouldn't
it.
just come right in with it was a short wall and I was drunk. That's not a good story.
Yeah, you're right. or I'll just hit him with the you should see the other guy.
Oh, there you go.
See, I like that.
Or if you're like walking somewhere with Peter, you could just be like, I fell down. And then you just look at Peter like, well, what's up?
Can't even
Voiceless
defend
Peter.
himself over there.
Voiceless Peter. Hey, by the way, it's World Softball Day.
Oh, that's fitting. We had a broadcast yesterday. Washington beat Fort Madison 4-2.
Very close one.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was a interesting. Washington's they pulled their starter in the second inning, and so it was their reliever had only pitched 6 innings all year and went for 5 last night and won them the game.
Washington pulled their starter.
Washington pulled their starter.
Which that would have been the Salazar.
No.
It was not Salazar. It was
Colby Griner.
Colby Griner.
Oh, okay.
And she's very good.
Yeah,
she just
yeah, yeah.
she was
She was having an
just
off night.
Had an off night.
That happens.
Yeah.
But the reliever came in. Hallie cut it back and won them the game.
Yeah, Hallie's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's a triple
They
A.
have a good staff. They're ranked in like opponent batting average. They're one of the best teams in 3A. A couple other good stats. So they were good.
Good.
6-0 in conference play now.
Hopefully they
Undefeated.
can stay hot and get a run to Fort Dodge. Let's see. John, what's been going on with you? You've had a busy stuff.
Had a lot of things.
You had a big golf event. And
Golf event was a blast last Friday. We were up at the casino Riverboat area and had 144 golfers, 36 teams, full tournament to support the Hospital Foundation and the Cancer Project that we're just recently rolled out for the upcoming cancer clinic.
Has your game improved?
It actually, it does some days, but I didn't golf that day.
Okay.
And then other
You guys
days.
drive around and
Oh yeah,
Random, but
exactly.
that's about as much fun though, isn't it?
Oh, it's even more fun because you're not as sore the next day. That's for sure. That is a long course, for sure. But no, that was really good. Then we had I saw Matt at an event on Tuesday night.
Yep.
We had
Very
the
nice event.
ribbon cutting for the Ivanovich, Joe and Jane Ivanovich main entrance there at the hospital. Really, really an awesome project that was funded by the Ivanovich family there in parts of the ER and then also the front entrance. And then on a personal note, I hired Cole Adamson to be my personal trainer. So, he is just jacked out of his mind. Well, anyway, so it's changed everything, right? So like I have to take a picture of every single thing that I eat and drink and send over to him, let him know. And then I have to enter it into this specific app called Cal AI. So it's really, they can take a picture of like your foods and it'll
Figure it out.
figure it all out for you, all your macros and whatever else. And then Cole has been obviously I'm in the gym with him, personal training with him. And dude, I have been so sore for a number of 3 weeks, but I'm down 6 pounds in
Yeah,
about
you need
3
to drop
weeks.
some weight.
Well, here's the thing though, but you know what? Body fat percentage wise, this year's the big 4-0. So
Yeah, we get a big freaking win. I'm gonna hang on to you,
dude, you know what? No. See, how much do you think I weigh? How much do you
I
think
don't know.
If you had to guess.
Uh,
you had to guess.
178.
That's very good. I started the whole thing at 201 and I'm 195 right now.
Well, that's what
So-
big guys can say.
Yeah.
You look like you're 178.
Yeah, so it's turning the big 4-0 this year. So I'm just trying to,
Just a
make
young
some,
lad.
make some good moves. But
good for you.
Yeah, so it's been good. There's been a lot of things happening.
Our mutual friend Bam is he's an early riser now,
Oh, he's been an early riser. Yeah.
but I think I don't know. It's 3:45, he's up, and then he's doing snaps at the gym.
Hey,
at 4:20.
Listen,
Jeez.
I have a funny story about, but I won't break. But I have a funny story about Bam and I. We went down to City Hall the other day to inquire about something. Long story short, somebody walked into a local establishment. Bam and I like to sit outside and drink coffee sometimes.
I've seen that.
We've
I've
seen that,
seen
yeah.
it.
And so
I ahoyed you.
yes, you have indeed. Somebody.
That's what you have to do.
Right, of course.
I may or may not get in trouble for this, but here we are. Somebody comes by and sees Bam and I sitting out there drinking coffee. And my new morning pleasure is a English muffin with lots of peanut butter and chopped up
Easy,
bananas on it.
easy about the morning pleasure.
Listen, you and your mind. So we like to sit
took
out
it
there,
there.
and I'm not going to balance all this stuff in my hand. I did what? So we have there's a little table and chairs. So we sit out there, and then we're done. We take it back inside. Somebody who apparently has nothing better to do with their life walks into the coffee corner, says to Gina, they're like, do you have the right permit to have those table and chairs sitting outside?
Jesus.
I know it gets better. And she's like, well, I mean, not sure, whatever. And so this person then proceeds to go down the block, goes into City Hall, calls City Hall, whatever, contacts City Hall, files a complaint. And so then they get a letter like, oh, you got to have this permit and, this type of insurance and
to have
all this stuff.
outside seating.
To have to serve food, which they don't serve food. Everything's to go. Like we just walk out there and sit and then we take it back in. Gina has nothing to do with this. So Bam and I were like, what? We're going to go down to City Hall. We're just going to pay this, $50 fee and,
Right.
whatever else because we want to sit outside and drink our coffee, damn it, and eat, eat some food. And again, I cannot get past the what kind of life do you have? If that's what because that's what I think every time I walk in a coffee shop and see people outside is I wonder if they have a permit for this thing. It's just freaking ridiculous. So anyway, so we go in there and we get into a discussion with the staff there from the city, and it was kind of back and forth, a little bit, because I didn't fully understand, and so we're asking questions and everything, and so he was explaining to us, and he's like, honestly, he's like, this is all right, he's like, we'll get to it ended peaceably, but he made a statement, and this is what I've been trying to get to.
because you're near the police station.
Yeah, he made a statement. Exactly, he made
John
a
the
statement. He
Voice
says,
arrested.
he says, the last thing I need is, he was joking here a little bit. And he's like, last thing I need is, he points at me and Bam, is 2 brawny guys walking in here, and having this guy. And I looked at Bam and I said, he called me brawny. I'm like, I have arrived. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is a win. I'm like, I've been hitting the gym. This is great. So anyway, good times.
Awesome.
I just think it's great that you told that whole story
Yeah, that
just
is
so
just
you could tell that you were brawny.
I had to get it off my chest.
Jackson, that's how you tell
Yeah,
stories.
how you tell
you're right. You're right. I had to go the roundabout way.
Well, if I just said, "Hey, somebody at City Hall called me Bronny," the other day, you'd be like, "What? Why that and why
That's
there?"
that's a great deal there.
I
nice.
felt good, like putting in work.
I was just thinking, there's a bench in front of my building. I'd like to move it. I'll just move that bench over to Gina's, and it's a city
not a
bench.
table.
It's a city bench, right?
I wonder if it's like, does the outdoor seating like run up against another business and they like own that business?
No. This is literally on the corner. There's nothing.
There's
there.
nothing there.
Nope,
That's so
nope.
strange.
It's so strange. Like the fact that they walked in, like, do you have a permit for this? Like, get wrecked.
They don't work for the city or anything? Just a regular
just a
person?
regular
'Cause
person.
I can
needs
see
to-
if maybe it's a city official. They're like,
No.
maybe they went through their
No.
thing and noticed like
somebody who needs to get a
somebody-
big fat life was exactly
Paula
Yeah.
says you should have just invited Karen to set with you. Just join you, buy her
Yeah.
a cup of coffee.
Oh no, we weren't there when it happened. Had we been there, this would have been an entirely different story. I can
Different
assure
story.
you. Oh yeah,
And then the cops
you
would
may
have said,
have read
"Well,
about
you're
it.
kind
in
of
your
brawny,
paper.
but we
you
got
may have written
handcuffs."
about that
We
story.
could have
you
seen
know,
that in the
so-
Southeast Iowa.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm John the Voice. You may remember me from such angry interactions.
And here
as-
is my mugshot. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
They
have a-
took away my bench.
Oh, we'd
Here's how I
replace your
responded.
picture if you had a mugshot.
Oh, that'd
Oh
be
yeah. Get it on a get it on another t-shirt.
we'd have t-shirts.
Another
made.
t-shirt.
SPP, do we have the theme song from Cops we could play right now?
Bad boys.
It's 7:31. We're going to take a break, and we got some more things to discuss. I'm positive of that. We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with the flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers, and welcome to Crazy Friday. We're all rolling today.
We are.
This is good stuff. I think we have some hellos we have to get to
So Jeff's first one in this morning. As he has been most of the week.
because he's fired up about Arkansas.
He is.
They start.
Oh, yeah.
They start playing tonight.
And he did tomorrow, wasn't it?
Okay, maybe it is
Saturday, I
tomorrow.
think. But he threw a Go Demons in, and Jeff is a Mount Pleasant guy.
How about that?
And he threw a Go Demons in there.
Well,
so
you want to follow the good teams, and Fairfield's had. Well, no, I mean like the good high school teams, you're going to follow.
Yes.
He also asked what happened in my hand. Jeff, it was crazy. It was like 5 other guys. They tried to steal my car, and we fought them off.
There you go.
And a kid.
I'm learning. Is that better?
That's better. Jimmy's here, Paula's here, my mom's here, Denise is here, and also here is Kristen Lucas. Good morning from Duluth.
Ahoy,
Duluth.
Kristen.
Ahoy, Kristen. Kristen was a
Does that mean?
somewhat,
Duluth has thawed.
Yeah,
Does that mean that somebody else is listening with?
yeah, it could be because Kristen is Alex's girlfriend. I don't know how to define that, I guess, but we'll go with that.
Significant other.
Significant other.
That's what we know.
And it apparently has also migrated up to Duluth, and she used to be on the show every now and again.
Kristen would
so-
come on the show.
Yeah.
So,
Well, ahoy,
ahoy, Kristen.
And make sure, please tell Alex we said hello.
Yes.
We love talking about Duluth.
Yeah, we talk about
We're
Duluth
glad to
a
know
lot.
that The frost isn't probably out of the ground yet.
She says he's getting ready for work, but he's around here.
That a kid. Now that's good stuff. Good to hear from them. I wish for once in my life, well, maybe not once, but I really wish SPP had a mic today because I watched NHL hockey last night. Mm-hmm. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah,
Jack Solon?
Yeah, Peter and I were tuned in. Yeah,
I think I have a superpower because when I turned it on, it was 3-0. It was in the second.
Nice.
It was 3-0.
And then the fix was in.
Who was it?
Florida was up.
Florida was up. Yeah. And not 30 seconds into me watching, Edmonton scored.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not likely they're going to come back and win. So I go watch something else, and I turn it back. It's still 3-1. 30 seconds later, Edmonton scores.
There you go.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, it's getting interesting, but surely Florida's going to go on a roll here. So I turn away and come back. It's 3-3 when I come back. And I'm thinking, well, this is interesting, but now I'm into this other show. Right. I think it was G.I. Jane, believe it or not.
Good movie.
Damn good movie. And so then that got over, and I flipped it back, and it's overtime, 4-4.
Oh, wow.
And I saw their last score.
Yeah.
So did Edmonton win?
Edmonton won.
Edmonton won in overtime.
They came back from 3-0 down.
That overtime goal was such a fluke.
Yeah. Well, and you saw too, like Florida hit the crossbar a little before that in overtime, and they tied it back up with 20 seconds left in regulation.
Well, I missed all that, but I was into that. Not enough to watch the whole thing, but
right.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch. And when Edmonton scored, I'm telling you, they put that puck in a spot like this big.
In the window.
Took a deflection, went right through the. Peter actually knows hockey, and so I was like, I said exactly what you said, where I was like, wow, that seems like a really kind of like fluky, got a lucky bounce. And Peter just what did you say? Just yell it from the.
Well.
Just reach out and
what
grab
I'm trying to say is that it was kind of a cross crease. So what you do is you try to pass across the goalie to the other guy and shoot for the goal. But what he did,
yes, of course.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, yeah, duh.
Well, like in soccer, if 2-on-1, you throw to the other side and they shoot it quickly, so the goalie has to go all the way across.
Right.
So Bob, the goalie, Bobrovsky.
Any way you can speed this up?
Just grab the mic. There we go.
Long story short.
Turn
it to break. Long story short, the goalie was expecting the cross, and he just kind of threw it on net, and so he wasn't expecting it, and win the game.
5-hole, right?
5-hole. Go between the legs. 5-hole
in there too, and I was just.
What does that mean?
What the?
What's a 5-hole?
5-hole's between the legs of the goalie. I do know that.
5-hole?
5-hole.
The 5-hole.
I'll be damned.
Like
that one I did know. But that's exactly what I did, where I was like, wow, that's a really scrappy goal. And then he did that whole crazy explanation.
I tell you, I enjoy so much listening just to the announcers in hockey. Like, when
my God,
it's so, especially like playoff hockey, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It is. It really, I feel like this year has been a turning of the page. I've been able to witness some wrestling, and now I'm like watching more hockey. I'm like, this is really, I'm broadening the scope of my sports consumption, we'll say.
I've been like a little disappointed, kind of the opposite of that, and how like I've watched less playoff hockey than I would have liked, but like the Stanley Cup has been, I mean, that was the third game of the, like, it's now been 4 games. 3 of them have gone to overtime. Like, it's been phenomenal series. Mm-hmm. And these are like, from what I hear from hockey circles, like these are definitively the 2 best teams. You have Connor McDavid for Edmonton, who like everyone's like, he's the best player ever, who's never won the cup. And like, I heard like
that.
I heard like everyone around him, like they're losing a lot of players after this year, and like he has to get it done. So it's fun.
Well, they have a travel day today, Jackson.
They do,
and then they pick it up tomorrow.
But that means today, Tim, we have NBA Finals, Game 4.
I've actually been excited to get back and talk with you guys about this.
Yeah.
It's been wild.
It's been a hectic series.
Sorry, John, the voice. We don't have time.
We do indeed.
Because in what I want to get off my chest is what I like to do in my spare time is get out and polish up my axe.
He's the captain.
And go throw axes because it's National Axe Throwing Day.
Oh, I thought you were serious for a second. I was like, do you actually have a thing?
That is serious.
Yeah.
You should come over to Shelly it.
It's
You
international.
can see the other guys that didn't make it.
How do you have so many pens over there? I just now noticed.
Oh, it's a ranking. I ranked them.
Okay.
I'm very proud of that, actually.
Okay.
Yep. It's a pen ranking.
Okay, John, what do you want to talk about on the NBA?
I was like,
We can
wow.
wait because we're right at break time right now. So I feel like we could, and then,
Listen, I've got a golf tournament to go to. I can't go really long today. So get it off your chest. You have
most
30
days
seconds.
or just today?
Just today.
The captain said, put his orders down.
We should go to break.
Okay. SPP, we better take a break. We'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Oh, morning, brothers. It's an interesting day when we have a full house. That's all I can say. And it's a really good thing we take a break.
If only it were.
It is.
It's a really
We had
good
to
thing.
regroup
We
a
have
little
to
bit.
collect ourselves and collect ourselves.
Yes.
Quick little thing I want to bring up because it'll be old news next week.
Please do.
Cedar Rapids, Marion kid, 19-year-old kid, got arrested 2 days ago. 177 miles an hour on a motorcycle.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's it?
Well, so first of all, they caught him because there was a truck and a guy sitting on the tailgate of the truck filming the motorcycle guy do tricks down the highway. Well, I don't think he was going that fast then, but then the cops saw this all going down and are like, yeah, we're going to pull these guys over. And the motorcycle took off.
Wow.
And they didn't chase him. Or they chased him for a little bit, but 177 miles an hour, that's not
going
safe.
to catch him.
That's fast.
And so there happened to be a state patrol airplane doing rounds around the area. So they called the state patrol. The state patrol followed him all the way to a parking lot, and then they got him. 177 miles on a motorcycle, though. You have no. I mean, if you
That's
hit
insane.
You hit a pebble, and you're just done. There's no recovery from that.
Nope.
But
Just because they can go that fast
exactly,
doesn't mean you should go that fast.
177. You have no fear if you're doing that. That's the stones on that kid or something else.
I have a quick riff off of that. I've had a little bit of a bone to pick with the Cedar Rapids Police Department, because right before I went home, I got a photo sent to me from my mother, and it was a letter from the Cedar Rapids Police Department
With your picture.
with my car's picture, and they clocked me for a little speeding ticket with their cameras.
The catch is that they give you like 15 mile per hour grace, and you were going faster than that.
They do.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Jackson
That's what they say.
says prove it.
Whoever they are full of
I was gonna say I wasn't going 15 over, but I was going 10 over, and there's a video of it.
All right.
And the video is kind of funny because.
And now this video will be used in court if you try to fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
over. There's
But
a little grace.
I was like, "What is this?" And I opened it, and I was like, "Oh,
We're doing one of these, Jackson.
Don't even get me started on how I feel
Widow
about
old me."
traffic cameras.
Yeah.
But they got me. Cedar Rapids on my way back.
Do you still have that track? Bad Boys, Bad Boys? We got a couple.
Yeah, we've had some. Yeah,
we got some
we've had
bad
some-
boys in
Well,
here.
the Cedar Rapids Police Department appreciates your business.
Yeah, I was not going 177 miles an hour. I will say that.
Yeah, that guy's in jail.
I don't think my car can go that fast.
You know what? I was gonna say.
I don't think my Ford Escape is reaching those speeds.
I think
You know,
the
the
doors
old-
might fall off.
Yeah, yeah.
You know the old excuse. You know, I've got in a past car I had. It was a nice car, and it didn't feel like you were going fast. And
Yeah.
so you get pulled over, and so I can imagine this kid going. I thought I was doing about 80.
Yeah, 177. I think you
It's
know
a new
it.
bike.
I think
I
you
thought
know.
I was doing 80.
I think you know.
Probably wasn't wearing a helmet either.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Okay, we've got to get set for the day.
Yes.
Let's get set for the day. It is Friday. It is the 13th day of June. It is Friday the 13th.
Oh shit!
I didn't even think about that.
Now we know.
Now we know.
And we just got off the Strawberry Moon.
I
Can we
know.
unset the day?
Can we not? Yeah. Let's skip the day.
Let's go to Saturday day.
You know, I typed this up and didn't even occur to me until right this minute. It's like, holy crap. So anyway, it's episode 330 the time, 7:46 a.m. Temperature right now in Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, Washington is 68 degrees across the board. Chance of showers early.
You know, Matt. Because
I just keep trying to go faster to see how much I can get in before.
Oh, you gotta go quicker than that. You gotta do the auctioneer's voice.
You gotta
Today's
be-
headlines from Southeast Iowa.com.
Yeah.
Documentary. When
Yeah.
You gotta be
So
quicker
yes,
than
Tim.
that.
Hope day.
Oh, there it is.
we can't replicate that, by the way.
No, we've tried.
It's
now
actually
have
two
it.
different insurances commercials we just quoted.
Yes, we did.
State Farm and Geico. No free ads.
Here you go.
Let's see. What was I going to say? I know. With this added heat and the precipitation we've had of late, this is a good time to remind everybody that it's National Weed Your Garden Day.
It is. Chance of showers early, and then
Wasn't
cloudy
that worth
today.
knowing,
It
everybody?
was.
Not weed in your garden.
High of 81.
National Grow Weed in Your Garden Day. Wait a minute.
It's Go Pick Ditchweed Day.
Yeah, exactly. Low of 63. Tomorrow's 85.
That's
and
not a
Sunday 85
day.
for a high.
That's a felony.
Who okayed this? More crimes. Bad boys. Bad boys.
Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Do you ever get the feeling that really nobody's paying attention to you?
all the time, constantly.
This is unfair to have the three of us in here. But
Have we
please-
talked? Have we talked finals yet?
we really didn't. Please continue,
That's
Matt.
it's all good. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowa.com. It doesn't matter.
No one's gonna.
No one gives a
Sports. There's stuff going on tonight. Softball, baseball. It doesn't really matter what that's happened there either. On this day in history,
I was finally focusing on this.
I actually wanted to hear the headlines. Doesn't matter.
On this day in 2007, after more than 30 years, American game show host Bob Barker stepped down as host of The Price is Right.
The price is wrong.
Price is Wrong.
Price is wrong, Bob. Somebody, random joke, random
I
quote,
bet
random
$1.
fact.
John, pick something.
This entire show is a random joke.
There we go.
It is.
We're going to the joke then.
Oh boy.
We had a joke? Mm-hmm. What is the best way to criticize your boss?
Don't have him read the headlines.
Very quietly. Exactly. Very quiet.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
Well, before I get to our takeaway for the day, let's get to Jeff's takeaway for the week.
Jeff's weekend takeaway: morning breath might not be the best source for female undergarment advice.
I disagree, Jeff. I thought we covered that well.
There's
I thought it was it Amish? What was it?
No,
Mormon.
Mormon.
Same. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And a bonus takeaway: raccoons are auditioning to make the morning breath animals that can kill us list. So the raccoon in a bar, I don't think he was going to kill anybody, but he was an angry raccoon. He didn't want to. He didn't want to be there.
Could you see a raccoon latched onto your neck?
Yeah, exactly. So thank you, Jeff. As always, those are good.
Jeff's got the best takeaway.
Remind me
He
to tell
does.
you the story in the next show I'm on about slaying a multiplicity of raccoons at one time, but that's another story for another day. So that's a teaser.
We can't do that when Rachel's here, you know.
That's a teaser. Oh, now you do realize that I'm going to intentionally try to tell it when Rachel's here.
God, Lord in heaven, do not do this. Rachel will be sad. Jackson, do you have a takeaway for the day?
I do. It is that I need to come up with a better hand story, and I will work on another one for next week.
I appreciate that. Boss man Matt?
So I had one, but I think I saw you writing it down at the same time. So I'm going to let that one go. So I'm going to, did you know that male mice can have ovaries in the right conditions?
I do recall. That's a big deal.
You made a comment that will die, and I'm not going to let it die.
You're just trying to pitch me softballs right now, man. Okay.
Well, that's a callback to a previous show.
It's one of those strange things I know.
Oh, wait. This is not a takeaway, but I was the originator of the zebra video. I don't know if Peter gave me credit.
He did. He did.
I passed that along. I was very happy to hear that it made the show.
Yes.
Yes.
This would. I didn't do the dramatic pause like SPP, but
Yes.
John the Voice, do you have a takeaway for today?
Yes, my takeaway for the day is I stand with Matt. That's my takeaway.
I co-stand. I stand with John standing with Matt.
Jack and I are standing for Matt today.
I understand your position. It just doesn't matter.
Just doesn't matter.
Erroneous.
SPP,
You
I
understand
would give
it?
you your takeaway, but then I'd have to stretch back over and give you Mike. Would you like to take
Pliability, Tim.
You're going to pass on the takeaway? We'll have two from you next week then.
We're like a sports.
My takeaway
Shovel
today is because I am a newfound NHL fan, I learned what a 5-hole was. I have no idea who named that a goal between the goalie's legs.
That is what a 5-hole is.
Yeah, we're just thinking about football. You got the 1, 3, depending which hole you're running through. It's the same thing. It's just divided
makes
up
no
around
sense. The 5-hole is going to be farther than between the
right, but if you started like 1, 2, 3,
In soccer,
4,
they call
5.
it a nutmeg.
Yeah, that I did know.
See, I get a nutmeg. Or I was thinking something else for hockey between the legs.
So are you going Florida or Edmonton, or are you just rooting for good hockey?
Right now, I think Edmonton, to me, impressed me last night. They looked very smooth, and I liked how they played hockey.
This may be un-American, but I kind of want Edmonton to win. They've been due.
There's like two. We looked it up. There's like 2 Americans on the Florida team.
Yeah.
So
They're all
inconsequential.
They're all Canadians.
That's near Duluth, you know.
it is.
It's not, but
Duluth, province of Canada.
Yeah.
All right, that's one. So anyway, I've been 5-hole. I'm enamored by that. There's much more terminology I think I need to learn. So
we have to go.
All that being said,
we have to go.
Nope, not gonna do it. All right,
you guys.
Hump day.
Let's go back to that.
If it's gone off the rails, I'm just gonna pretend it's okay.
We have no semblance of what the hell we're doing.
Can we just land this plane? I mean, at this point, we're crash landing.
So thank you all for joining us today. Thank you all for the comments. Avon, I want to thank you again for the shirts. The shirts, we're gonna do something special here before long. We got a plan put together. So everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. I don't know who's going to sit in the chairs or not.
Speaking of which, we're going to be on a modified schedule next week. So we will be here Monday, but then the rest of the week is kind of up in the air a little bit.
Roger that. Keep us in the loop, will you?
We'll be here Monday, though.
Have a great weekend. Until Monday, ahoy.